Hello, how are you doing? My name is Joanna Gabrielle. I speak 5 languages and I'm here to help you finally get rid of intermediate and get to understand and speak English fluently in 6 months. Okay, so today let's talk about introducing yourself in English. How to introduce yourself, how to talk about yourself to someone who doesn't know you or I don't know, at a job interview or at a presentation, an event, to a large group of people, or to someone who you want to be friends with. In any case, any situation you would like to or you would have to introduce yourself, get people to know you better. Now, let's learn how to do it the best possible way. Okay, first of all, let's start with the basics, okay, which are hello and good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. These four greetings are totally basic, and you can start with hello, and then you say good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on the period of the day. So, hello, good morning, or hello, good afternoon, or hello, good evening. Okay, you can combine these two. Or you may not. It's your option, okay? Um so here I have one thing to say about good evening because also we learn good night. But this one is usually used in when you're saying goodbye or when the person is ready to sleep or when you're going to bed or when you're leaving a place. So imagine that you are in the same house as someone and they are going to sleep and they say, I think I'm going to bed now. I'm feeling tired. I'm sleepy. I need to rest. And then you say, yeah, good night. Sleep well. Or when you are leaving one place, you're not gonna come back that night anymore. And then you say, good night, everyone. It means have a good night of sleep. Okay? So just for leavings, for goodbyes. All right? When you're getting to a place, when you are beginning a conversation, it's usually good evening that's used. Okay? So hello, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Now, second thing, you should say your name. And how to say your name? Here we have the most basic forms. That's I'm or I am, it's the same. And then you say your name. For example, I am Joanna. I am Joanna. We also have this one that's also basic. My name is. And then you say your name. My name is Joanna. Or you can also say my names. My name's Joanna. This one is even more used. Keep in mind that the contractions are more used because they are more casual. So I'm Joanna. My name's Joanna. Okay. Rather than my name is or I am. These ones, the full form you're gonna use when you have these most formal thing. So when you are like in a formal place or in a place that you wish to sound better in a formal way, a formal situation, you say the full form. When not, you just say the contraction. Okay, so my name's Joanna. But also we have another option that's called this is. So this is Joanna. It's very much used. Okay, this one. And not only for you, but when you're introducing someone else too. So, this is my friend. This is Carlos, my friend. This is my daughter. This is my husband. This is me. This is Joanna. So when you're saying your name, you can also say this is, okay? But keep in mind that from here, I am and my name is are the most formal, okay? Third thing, you may wish to say your place, the place you're from, the location. So you have some different options about here. First of them is I'm from. Usually, when you are from the same place, the same country, let's say the same country, you would say I'm from. Even if you're from a different city, or if you're from the same city that you are in right now, you can also say I'm from. You can also say I'm, and then you say your nationality. I'm Brazilian. I'm English. I'm American. So you can also say, instead of saying the name of a country, you can say your nationality. Okay? Another way, this one is typically used when you are from a far place. A place that's far from where you are right now, you would say, I come from. Imagine if I am meeting someone in England, but I am actually from Brazil, so I need to say I come from Brazil because it's far away. It's not an obligation, it's not necessarily like this, but this one is typically used for these situations, and these ones are used in general for every situation. So if you just remember this, you can always say it, but this one is a little bit more specific for people who are from a far place. Okay, so I come from. You can also say, this one is very used. I was born and raised in. This implies that you were born in a place and that you were also raised there, which means that you have lived all your life there. So I was born and raised in Brazil. It means that I was born in Brazil and I have been living in Brazil for my whole life. So I was born and raised in, and then you say the country or the city, depending. I don't know if you would prefer. It's also come from the context. So if you, it would be more suitable for you to say the country or the city. Okay, so I was born and raised in. Okay, and then you say, but imagine if you're talking about one place that you grew up there, but then you moved to another place and now you live in another place. It can also work for both countries and cities, okay? So I would say like this. Imagine that I grew up in Brazil, but then I moved to England and I say, I grew up in Brazil, but now I live in England. This is just an example. So you can put here, you can insert here the places or the locations that suit best for you in case you grew up in a place but you moved to a different place. Okay, so I grew up in, but now I live in. And now you may wish to talk about your job, your career. You can always start with I work at, I work at, or I work for. And then you say your company's name. So I work at this company or I work for this company. It's the same, okay? They sound the same. You just need to choose which preposition you would like to use. but the one that comes first to your mind, okay? You can use this, but not other prepositions. Do not say I work in or I work on when you're talking about your company, okay? Unless you're talking about your specific position inside the company. So I work at or I work for, all right? And now, last but not least, if you would like to talk about your graduation, you may say like this: I'm a graduate. And then you may say, what are you graduate in? So, for example, I would say, I'm a history graduate. I'm an English graduate. So you can insert here your graduation, and that will make people know this is a very good form of saying it. So these are the basics and everything you need to know about introducing yourself. Okay, so your the greetings, your name, where you from, where do you work, or what are you graduated in. And this video in this channel, I am always giving you more tips to help you finally get rid of intermediate and finally get to understand and speak fluent English in 6 months. That's what I promise. So keep this in mind. Follow me for more. Comment here, comment below your introductions. Introduce yourself in the comments and follow me. Subscribe for more.